Can success be more than just money and fame? Let's contrast Christian values with Western ideals to find out. As Christians, we often find ourselves caught between two worlds. On one hand, the teachings of Christ call us to a life of humility, sacrifice, suffering, service, and spiritual growth. On the other hand, the world celebrates wealth, status, and personal achievement, enticing us all, often unknowingly. Can these two definitions of success ever truly align? In this video, we'll explore the profound differences between Christian success and Western success, challenging the idea that we can pursue both. Are we compromising Jesus' clear teachings by trying to live up to worldly standards? Let's dive deep and find out. Let's start by defining what Christian success truly means. At its core, Jesus defines it for us in many places, but one familiar passage says, "He who loses his life for my sake will find it." This emphasizes the importance of selfless sacrifice and surrender. Jesus isn't only speaking of literal physical death, though many faithful Christians have faced this end, but more often, he refers to a spiritual death to our own egos, ambitions, and desires. Christian success is about aligning every aspect of our lives with God's will. It's measured by our faithfulness, spiritual growth, and our ability to live out Christ's teachings in our everyday actions. It's not about accumulating wealth or achieving social status, but developing virtues like humility, love, and service to others. True success in this sense has an eternal perspective, storing up treasures in heaven, not on earth. In contrast, Western success is often defined by what can be seen and measured, and it is very alluring. It's about tangible achievements, building a career, amassing wealth, and gaining social recognition. It celebrates independence, personal freedom, and the pursuit of happiness, often through material means, and often at the expense of deep, meaningful human relationships. The focus is on immediate rewards and visible accomplishments, not on spiritual growth or eternal outcomes. Pause, then shift tone to a more contemplative one. So, how do these two definitions line up, or more accurately, fail to line up? While Western success measures worth by what you have and what you achieve, Christian success asks a different question. Who are you becoming in Christ? Are you using your gifts to serve others and glorify God, or are you driven by the desire for personal gain and recognition? These conflicting definitions create a tension that many of us feel daily. We strive for financial stability, recognition, and personal fulfillment, but at what cost to our spiritual integrity? Are we sacrificing our eternal rewards for temporary gains? End the body with a strong challenge to the audience. We need to ask ourselves, are we living for God's definition of success, or have we been seduced by the world's standards without even realizing it? Let's take a closer look at the stark differences between these two paths to success. Christian success is about spiritual and eternal values. It's a journey inward and upward, seeking to grow in obedience to Jesus, who said, "If you love me, obey my commands." He didn't leave us guessing. He gave us his commands as a way to measure if we are living according to his will. In contrast, Western success often focuses on external achievements, what can be seen, measured, and flaunted. It's driven by material gains and social status. Measurement. How do we measure success? In Christianity, it's about the heart, our faithfulness, love, and service. It's the unseen work that matters most. In the Western view, success is often about what's visible: wealth, accolades, and influence. One looks inward and upward, the other outward. Perspective on life. Christian success looks beyond this life, emphasizing eternal significance over temporal achievements. It asks, what will matter in eternity? Western success, however, is rooted in the here and now, seeking immediate gratification and tangible rewards. Impact on society. Christian success is about community and serving others. It's not just about personal gain, but about contributing to building his kingdom, with no concern for our own. This is often done in quiet and humble ways. Western success, by contrast, often prioritizes individual achievements and self-promotion. It's about climbing to the top, sometimes without regard for those left behind. Sustainability and contentment. Perhaps the most profound difference lies in contentment. Christian success finds peace and fulfillment in God's provision, in duty, and in obedience, regardless of circumstances. But Western success can lead to a relentless cycle of striving, where no amount of wealth or status ever seems enough, leading to burnout, distant or ruined relationships, and dissatisfaction. These differences aren't just philosophical, they're practical. They shape our daily decisions, our goals, and ultimately, our souls. So the question remains, which definition of success are we truly living by? As Christians living in a world that often measures success by wealth, status, and achievement, we face stark choices every day about what success means as followers of Jesus Christ. Are we trying to merge two opposing definitions, hoping to find a middle ground between God's call for spiritual faithfulness and the world's push for material gain? The reality is, it's not a delicate balance. It's an impossible one. When it comes to following Jesus Christ, there is no balance. The Western definition of success and the Christian definition of success are opposites when defined as Jesus defined them. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Romans 12:2, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. This is our call, to renew our minds and redefine success according to God's standards, not the world's. Because in the end, success is not about what we have, but who we are becoming and whom we serve. So let's ask ourselves, are we living a life that pleases God, one that reflects His love, humility, and service? Or are we still chasing after the temporary applause of the world? Let's choose a success that lasts, one that echoes in eternity. Thanks for joining me in this exploration of what it truly means to succeed. Let's keep our eyes fixed on what really matters and strive to live for the glory of God above all else.